We're here with Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney, a Democrat from New York, who is really in the eye of the storm of this Amazon news. The fallout today as you press forward with this news.
Well, the fallout today is that my constituents who were looking forward to getting these jobs are very happy about it, and I'm personally disappointed. I feel that if Amazon had come to New York, we would have become the high-tech capital of the East Coast. And that would have been more jobs, more tech workers, more people in this industry. One of the challenges of New York, and I've worked with New York leaders for decades on this, is to diversify our economy. We are too dependent on financial services. If there's an economic downturn, it has a whammy on the budget of New York, and along with Mayor Bloomberg and every other mayor and every other elected official and many in the private sector, we would really have meetings and strategies, and we had this competition to bring and build a high-tech school, which was in my district. We beat out all the other competition and had it located, Cornell Tech. It's training, it's MIT for New York City, training the tech leaders of the future. It was a huge investment in tech. And now we had someone who could actually hire the people being trained, and now they're leaving. The fallout is that all of my colleagues in Congress are trying to get Amazon to come to their states, particularly Virginia.
And the real estate here booming because of that. But I want to go back to the central issue of diversification in New York, because you mentioned the financial services sector having obviously deep ties in New York City. But to lure an Amazon to New York, it would seem as if it would truly be a boom. So where was the breakdown from your perspective? What was the specific turning point that turned Amazon away?
Well, first of all, I would congratulate Mayor de Blasio and Governor Cuomo for fighting to win. They went into a competition where it was reported it was roughly 220 localities, cities, states, all that wanted Amazon. And New York won. We're the best city in the world. We should have been rejoicing. And you can be for a project while you're working to improve it. I was working with my constituents trying to get some assurances and help and commitment for entry-level jobs, lower paying jobs, and they were being amenable. They were responding to this. So I think the breakdown is that everybody got in their corner and then they didn't move. Government's always a process. You can work to make it better. I think also a huge breakdown was there was a negotiated tax refund of $3 billion, and many elected officials and others were portraying it like it was a pot of money that could have gone to schools. Incidentally, Amazon was building a school in Long Island City and pledging 30 other schools to build tech education centers in it. It would have lifted up the educational level and strengthened our school system. So we were working to improve it. If you don't like the deal, then work to improve it. And I think also Amazon had so many other offers. It wasn't like New York was the only place they could go. Washington State is very happy. They hope that they'll expand more there. Virginia is ecstatic. They think they may come there. And my colleagues on the floor, I'd go to the floor and they'd say, "Hey, Carolyn, we're reading New York doesn't want Amazon. We want them. Tell us who to call over there," or whatever. Everybody wanted Amazon, and they have a reputation of really helping the communities that they're in.
You mentioned about the $3 billion tax refund, and you mentioned about the criticism from some within your party, including a freshman Congresswoman, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She and others from your area who are in your party are celebrating this and saying that this is a win for them.
Well, my constituents do not feel that way, or many of them do not feel that way, and I have to work with them on other things. For example, we're working to get a subway stop in Queens, in that neighborhood. They deserve it. We don't even have a firehouse, a full firehouse. We need a firehouse. So tomorrow is another day, and we'll be working together on other projects. They're all talented, but there was no subsidy. It was a tax rebate from the money that they had paid into the coffers of New York City, hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars over a 10-year period. So they pledged 25,000 high-paying jobs of over $150,000. So they would not get any type of refund or tax credit unless they created that job. And that job and Amazon had paid really hundreds of millions, billions of dollars in taxes.